Welcome, Leo Virgo, to your in-month reading for January. Hope you friends are doing great out there. Welcome back, all subscribers. Anyone new to my channel, welcome, welcome. Okay, friends, let's see what's going on with you the end of the month. Getting straight into your energy, what you're thinking, feeling, or the energy surrounding you. Okay. Here we go. Best message for Leo Virgo, please. Best energy, best message. Okay. There it is, my friends. There it is. And what is it? Ta-da! The moon! Okay, so you have the moon coming out. It does feel like there could be some perfect timing going on around whatever it is that you're looking at. Nice. A lot of people are scared of the moon. They don't like the moon, but I like the moon because the moon talks about intuition, but it's also because they know that it also causes confusion, right? And sometimes persuasion, right? But persuasion is always a good thing because it can persuade you to do something maybe you've never thought about that could be the perfect time to do so. So persuasion can actually be a negative and a positive, unlike confusion, which is just literally negative. But I do feel like whatever it is, it's definitely the right timing to do. And it does feel like there could be some kind of persuasion going on. Maybe somebody's persuading you to do something. As long as you're not procrastinating, right? And it also can talk about a third-party situation. So it could be persuasion from one person, from another person. So remember, the moon is a third person involved in a relationship as well. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. You can see the kind of lobster down here, or you can say 1, 2, and 3, however you want to see it. But it does talk about third-party situations. So you could have 3 people involved. Remember, third-party situation doesn't always have to mean cheating. Okay, it could just be that they're an intruder. Is somebody intruding? Is someone persuading you to do something that maybe you don't want to do, or maybe they're persuading you to move somewhere where you need to be? Yes, and you're doing a little soul searching is what it really feels like. So Leo Virgo, are you soul searching at this time? Are they persuading you to move one way, and is somebody else telling you that's not where I want you to go? You think of things like that, right? Okay. So clarifying on the moon over here. This card's not only going to clarify on the moon, but the entire reading. Movement, choices, and decisions. Definitely feel like there is some kind of persuasion going on over here. And you're trying, and it does feel like, is it the right time to do such a thing? Maybe you're thinking about that. Using a lot of emotion inside of it, since this is a Cancer Pisces card. So, getting straight into the situation is taking place in the present, then your past, and then your future. Remember, friends, if this doesn't resonate with you, please watch your regular Leo or Virgo readings, or your moon or your Venus. Okay, here we go. Whatever it is, it's the movement, choice, and decisions about coming to the light. So you have the moon now versus the sun. That's pretty much how you see this. Could be some emotional loss going on as well. Maybe you want to move forward, but you don't know how. You're afraid of the emotional loss, something like that. Self-sacrifice in the past. The awareness in the near future. So you do have 4 cards coming out. 4 cards is talking about stability, right? Finding where you want to be. Where am I going to plant my roots? Where is it that I need to be? And once again, there's that kind of like, yeah, it's like a self-awareness. It's like digging deep within yourself, soul searching, trying to find the emotional stability with the emotional loss over here. Something could be kind of overwhelming you and you're waiting for this to happen now. So, and it is the time with the moon to make it happen now. So whatever you are thinking about, whether it's love, career, however it is time now. Whatever movement you are, or choice or decision you're making, the time is now. So you have this self-sacrifice in the past over here, which is the same as the Hangman card. I also like to see it kind of as a death card though too. Why? Because with the self-sacrifice, we tend to let things go that no longer serve us. And then of course you're self-sacrificing for yourself. So you are going to feel like you're hanging on to things that you're going to feel like you're hanging on to things, but you know, to self-sacrifice, other things have to be done, right? Other things have to be done. So I need to let go of this, or I need to do that. However it is, it's still a type of movement. Okay, so getting yourself out of a tight and sticky situation with Three of Cups. Now I'm talking about this third party situation. For some of you, you guys, are you thinking about holding on to RO? You might be holding on to somebody from the past, but you want to move forward with this new person. And maybe you're having some kind of attachment. And this is just for some of you. You're having this attachment to this person from the past. And you're having a hard time moving forward with this new person of interest. I do feel that. For others of you, you're doing a self-sacrifice because you want to be happy. But for a lot of you, there is somebody else involved, one way or another. Someone who's persuading you maybe to get your stuff together. Maybe it's mom, right? Maybe it's mom. It's like, you need to move on from this relationship. You need to move on to do this and that, however it is. But you have the emotional upsetness, over-emotional. This over-emotional, though, does feel like you know you need to self-sacrifice. You know you need to let this go to see the better days, because you know that you want the Three of Cups, you want the joy, you want the happiness, but something is just kind of, it just feels like something's weighing you down. It almost feels like you have this rock on this rope tied to your leg, and it's just pulling you under the water. You're tired. You're tired of being pulled under the water. You're trying to untie this rope. And of course, we're going to see that with the Hangman, right? Because I'm tired of hanging around. I'm tired of being tied to this pole, to this tree. So yes, you're looking for things that you're passionately wanting. You want your passions ignited. You want to surrender your pains to your passions. For some of you, it really is love. For others of you, it's just something else, right? Take it how it resonates. It could be a job, however, a hobby. Could be anything. It could be a house that's pulling you under, right? Maybe you got that house that won't stop being a money pit. And you know it's time to move on from it. But maybe it's yours. And you're saying, it's my money pit. It's mine. I don't want to leave it. And maybe you have somebody else persuading you, no, you're putting too much money into this car. You're putting too much money into this house. You need to stop, but you're emotionally attached to this thing because it's yours. And maybe that's how you feel about this love or this friendship. It's like, it's mine. This is where my love, my heart is. This is where my love is. But they're emotionally pulling you underwater. So you're having a hard time letting that go. Having a hard time moving from it. You have the sun over here, and this, remember guys, was the past. You have the sun over here. You still have this persuasion though going on. I do feel like the moon was still here. I don't know why. I think it's just because that energy of the moon is so strong within even your past coming into the present. This might not have been very long ago. Maybe that's the point, right? However it is, it kind of feels that way too, that they're still kind of persuading you to let this go for your passions ignited, persuading yourself to do so. And now we see the moon again. So you're trying to get into the sun. You want the happiness. I feel there's more happiness coming out of you than there was over here, but you still have the emotional loss. So you are feeling better than you were in the past. Yeah, because you're rushing towards the light. You're rushing towards the happiness. You're trying to keep that silver lining going. You're trying to hold on tight to this promise of this light, of this sun, and keeping the strength within yourself. And the light is the sun, and you are Leo Virgo, so you are trying to keep hold of the ultimate happiness and strength and courage that comes from the sun. Keeping yourselves, it feels like a dedication to continue to keep moving forward with the Knight of Swords. If I stay within this light, if I stay within this sun, if I stay within my happiness and my happy place mentally, I can continue to keep moving to where I need to move, to where the perfect timing is, where the right timing is, where the place is that I need to be. And then with this light over here, it does feel with the moon and the light together, the sun and the light, you might even be doing some soul searching for some of you. And you're moving beautiful. Maybe you let go of the old car and you got a new car, and it's making you feel much happier. However, it is you moving, and you see yourself making the movements and choices and decisions a lot better than you did in the past, because you actually got yourself off that tree. You actually self-sacrificed to say, that's it. I'm self-sacrificing for my own happiness. I can't let things, I cannot let things hold me back anymore. I understand where the depression was. I understand where everything is. And I do believe you looked back and you've seen the Two of Cups. The Five of Cups is only coming up because it's showing us where you came from, what you're moving on past to stay within this sunshine. And this here, the emotional loss, still kind of dwelling in you a little bit, right? Because it's not going to 100% get out of our energy that fast. It's something that you still think about every now and again, but you're still moving towards your Ace of Cups. You're saying there's things that are better, things that don't drain me. I'm going after things that are more fulfilling for myself. And it just feels like that soul search, like I have to try to get past this. But it does feel like whatever it was, you will always kind of hold on to this thing. Like maybe it was a love that you said, you know what? I love them so. You know, I might never 100% let them out of my energy because I love them so. I will never forget about that first house that I bought that was a money pit because it was mine. So I will never 100% let go of that. Now remember, this is the same card, right? So it's like I'm getting away from that, but I'm still going to hold this towards my heart. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, you guys. I don't think there's anything wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. You bought it, you had it, it was yours. You had the love felt, but that doesn't mean just because you couldn't work out the love doesn't mean that you can't still love Sally. You can't still love Mark. You will always hold a passion for them within yourself, for some of you, right? And it feels like that's what it's saying. But I cannot 100% ever let them go because the love that I had for this thing will always stay within me. That what makes us human. That makes us human. Page of Swords. But I learned something from out of this with the Page of Swords. I learned something. I learned something from this whole thing. It was a learning experience. Your knowledge of everything that you just went through is coming to you. So whatever it was, you learned. Maybe you learned how to love more. It was the learning experience that we all have as human beings. It just made you stronger. And that's why you're keeping on to the sun, because of the learning experience. Maybe you learned not to give your heart away too soon. Maybe you learned that love could be so much more. Maybe I learned not to buy a house so quick without an investor, or, you know, or without an inspector. you know, to inspect the house. Maybe there was something that you learned, something that you acquired of knowledge throughout this whole painful experience. You came out learning something. And that, my friends, is really what we're all here to do. So don't hold it too tightly to yourself as disappointments, right? We all have our own, and it comes within good judgment. Why? Because it's a good judgment call. Like I said, it's something that's healthy. It's healthy as a human being to learn from our mistakes, to learn what does not work. And that's exactly what you did. And you came out with good judgment. Why? Because you learned. You have the awareness over here, which makes your third eye very aware. You're having the awareness of everything that's going on around you. Yes, you're having the 9 of Cups. You're aware now in the near future of what you really want, what's really going to satisfy you. What is it in life that really is going to be on top of my list? Learning what's really good for you. What is it that I'm after? And thinking about it and having the awareness of what it is you really want, because you know you made the good judgment call. You know you learned something. So now you have to continue to keep offering yourself the self-assurance of this is the way this is going to be. It's a growing experience with the Ace of Swords. You have the clarity, and we know that because it's sitting on top of the awareness card. You have grown. Your clarity is become stronger because you've learned something. Queen of Swords. Somebody was dealing with some kind of Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius. And you may have even learned that this person, if you were with, oh my gosh, you guys can't say it. If you were with someone, wow, a lot of W's. This person is not talking to you. If you had the conclusion that you thought you could fix something over here, they are cold shouldering you. They're not willing to want to fix it. So if you have any ideas of maybe the knowledge is I want to go back and try to fix this with them. Maybe that was it, because I'm holding on to this love so tight. They are cold shouldering you. For others of you, you're just learning. And the Queen of Swords is upside down because it's saying you don't need to communicate with that anymore. You know, you can take that out of your energy. You can cut that from your life, but you can still hold on to the memories and the love, right? It's just that that doesn't suit you anymore with the Queen of Swords over here, right? It's from a distance. You're going to see it from a distance. And I think that's really what it is, because you're becoming more self-assured. You're having the clarity, and the Queen of Swords is distance. It's like you're distancing yourself more and more from all of this. It's becoming more of a distant thought than it is in the present. Okay. And that's good though, because it's going to soften the heartache. It's going to soften the things that just didn't come together. It's going to make you feel softer instead of feeling so hard and icy. Maybe you were feeling hard and icy about the situation. But however it is, it's going in with no fear. It's going on with confidence and assurance. And it's making you a stronger leader. Okay? You're not brooding over the idea. The emotional loss that you had felt is, like I said, it's becoming more of a distant past. You're not feeling it as rough as you did before, I guess is how I'm trying to say that. Okay. You might even feel a little more justified in your actions in the end, to where you might not, you know, it's like you learned something, but it doesn't mean just because we learned something, we 100% want that. We just know we want the Ace of Cups, and you come to this conclusion that that person, this thing, this whatever it is not going to get you there. And like I said, you're getting much better. Queen of Pentacles. For some of you, yes, it was a relationship, and now you're learning how to take on individuality. If you've been in a relationship for a very long time and you've never been alone, you've never slept in a bed alone, you're learning. You're learning and doing very beautiful about it. You're becoming more comfortable with doing these things as the Nine of Pentacles. Your comfort zone is becoming better, as this is becoming more of a distant memory. So you're learning that it's okay to sleep in a bed alone. It's okay, and I can do things by myself. And having more dependency on yourself, doing things that you might never have, like I said, never done before. And it's making you stronger. And you feel this strongerness. You know, you're feeling it. You're feeling stronger. Your relationship with yourself. That's really what it is, the relationship with yourself. And not having, yes, and realizing that there could have been some fear-based to this movement, to all of this whole situation. Especially, like I said, if you've never been alone before, it could be very, very scary. You know, you guys, in seriousness, I've been with my husband since I was 18 years old. I kind of, if this is the kind of scenario that's going on here, I kind of feel you. And I don't even think I kind of feel you. I think I feel you 100. The reason is I've never been alone. So if this is the case scenario for you and you've been with this person, I don't care if it's 5 years, 2 years, you know, it doesn't matter, 20 years. You know, I've been with my husband 26 years. If all of a sudden he just up and something happened, I would feel you on this area because I wouldn't know how to be alone. What do you do? So you're really working to gain this strength, to gain this confidence, to really overcome the fear, right? Or anything that's overwhelming the situation. For those of you that doesn't resonate with, it's just overcoming the overwhelmingness, the chaos that you felt, the things that kept you tied to the situation, right? Like I said, because it's becoming more distant, okay, as you're gaining more strength. And you're having the realizations that a lot of this was going on, and that's even making you stronger, way stronger. Yeah, right there, stronger with the strength card. Oh my gosh, yeah, because it's making the disappointments and all the things that were holding you back is now going away. And yeah, you got the power, getting your power and your authority back to do things for yourself. Okay. To learn how. And I love the Ace of Swords over here because it's showing that growth that you're having within yourself. You know, and if you're managing this new house because you lost your other house, you're learning to be more comfortable in your new surroundings. Okay. If it's a new job, same thing. You're learning to work better with your coworkers. You're learning how to do things. Let's see what the angels have to say, my friends. There is a peaceful resolution, and I already see it with the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. You can also always ask help from others, and that's always that as well, right? There's others around you. I see others around you, most of you through the moon and the Three of Cups. Okay, but it is the perfect timing for you to continue to move over here in the present towards the Ace of Cups that you're looking for. And like I said, you're already having the understanding and learning things from this. To make, and this is right here, is just making relief. That's the relief. That's making the wise decisions. Okay? And that was it for you, my friends. And until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.